guys, welcome to our third lecture for week 3. I've had a few emails about opening up your Creative Cloud and suddenly everybody's got trial versions, and guess what, guys? Same thing happened to me today. So we're fixing to try and see if we can fix that issue and see if I can find a workaround. First thing I'm going to try is I'm going to quit my Creative Cloud desktop app. And then I'm going to reopen it, and let's see if that will fix it. Wow. I'm guessing maybe there was some sort of automatic update that I didn't get notified about, and maybe that's what's causing the issue. Well, my trial version disappeared. And I'm signed in correctly. Let's see if it'll let me open Muse without giving me a trial version. It did. So if you're just suddenly getting that trial version, try quitting your Creative Cloud desktop application, and then once you've completely quit it, restart it and see if that trial version disappears. That looks better. Okay, Brandy, Sylvia, are you guys needing help? Since this is an open line today, if you guys are needing help, we can work on your stuff. Do either of you need help or want me to look at anything? Okay, Sylvia, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. If you will share your screen so we can see what you're working on. Okay, I can see you. You know, I would probably get rid of the black boxes behind your pictures and maybe do a drop shadow on each one of them. And if you're looking for the chat box, there's a little bar that pops up. Sometimes it's at the very top of your screen. Sometimes it's at the bottom. It's the Zoom bar. And you can hit the little chat button. If you don't see the chat button, hit the more button and you'll see chat and it will drop down. Sometimes it's at the top, sometimes it's at the bottom. It does look a little different. It looks like a different color. And go back to Photoshop. find the layer that has your map on it. Open your Photoshop folder over in your layers panel. It looks like it's on your portfolio page. Yeah. Find your map. Double click that little icon right there. Okay, go up to image. Go to mode. The very top, click on mode. Change it to RGB instead of CMYK. And then go up to image and go to image size. And it's set to 72. Hit OK. Go to file, go to save. Oh, click back on the other icon on your other tab now. Go to file, go to save, and then close that tab. Now, go to file, go to save, regenerate those assets, and go back into Muse and get it again. Hi, Michelle. Maybe it's just looking that way in Muse. Go ahead and place it and let's view it in your browser. Now go up to File and go to Preview in Browser. Preview page in browser. Nope, it looks bright green. Go back to Photoshop, click on that layer again. It's set to normal. Double click on your little icon, make it open again. And that's set to normal. But it's got a weird file name. That shouldn't be happening. Yeah, let's save it individually and see if that works. Just keep the, yeah, like that. Find your images folder, Oh, I see why. Open your Photoshop back up. It was a setting you had on your JPG that's probably causing it. Go back to Photoshop and go to Save As again. Hit save, and then on the next screen, we need to change something. Hit replace. Now, instead of progressive, choose baseline standard and hit OK. Now go back to Muse and try and place that picture in there, and let's see if that fixed it. That fixed it. Now, as I was saying before, I think it'll look better if you get rid of the black boxes behind it and just add drop shadows to your pictures. Now click on one of those images and then go to the top and click where it says Effects. On your top menu bar there, right above your ruler bar. See where it says Effects? And, uh-oh, did you double click that image? You've got a brown bounding box instead of a blue one. Deselect it. Deselect that image and then click on it again. Now go up to Effects. Click on Shadow and turn the distance down to about 3. Click where it says Blur 8. Turn that blur down to about 5. Now click on your artboard. Now click on your next picture. Yeah, I like that. Click on Shadow. Michelle, do you need something? Do you have something you're working on that you need help with, or are you just in here hanging out, watching what we're doing with everybody else? Today's kind of like an open lab. You need help? Okay. There you go. That looks good. Okay, Sylvia, can you unshare me so I can check on Brandy and see what she's got going on? Okay, Brandy, you're up next.
Okay, the problem that I'm having is on my thing I was trying to do like the gradient look for the for my footer and heading, and when it goes to like I tried it like 3 times last night. And then I did place it as an image. Let's see. Like I did this one right here. And I had placed it right here. And when it gets to like, when I try to resize it, it actually shrinks it down.
Yeah, to hold your shift key.
Oh. And then it'll start doing it by itself. Now I didn't know if I was like doing it wrong or.
You just had to, in order to not scale proportionately, you have to hold your shift key down.
Oh, okay. Well, that's all I needed help on. That was like really frustrating me.
Yes. Why Adobe thought it was necessary to make it completely opposite in Muse versus InDesign and Illustrator. You know, we've all learned to hold the shift key down and scale when we want it to scale proportionately. And in Muse, it's just opposite. When you just scale, it scales proportionally. So if you don't want it to scale proportionally, you have to hold your shift key down.
Okay. And then the other one was, remember when we had talked about how I wanted like a little slideshow in the in my home page? How would I do that the same way like you showed us yesterday?
Yes, you do it the same way.
Okay, that's all I need to help with.
Okay, Michelle, can you share your screen?
I don't think I know how.
And there should be a button right in the middle of your screen that says share screen.
Okay. Oh. Okay. The question that I have, and I'm behind, I turned in my mock-up yesterday. And so I'm trying to understand the assignment. Am I supposed to recreate everything in my, I mean, not my mock-up, I created my wireframe. I turned in my wireframe yesterday.
Okay.
So am I supposed to recreate everything that is supposed to be on my website in Photoshop or Illustrator?
Yes.
Okay, so I was trying to do that.
And I would just give you a little bit of advice here. It'll be easier if you do it in Photoshop.
I have been working with Photoshop all yesterday afternoon and all this morning, and I can't get it to work right. I haven't used Photoshop in almost a year. Otherwise, I probably would have had this turned in yesterday. So I had to go ahead and switch to Illustrator.
Well, I can go over Photoshop with you if you want. And I did a whole lecture on mocking up a website in Photoshop. Did you watch that?
I know. I was trying to follow it, and I couldn't. You were moving so fast, and I had to keep stopping and going.
Okay, well, we've got plenty of time right now to walk you through it. It'll just be easier for you to export your assets in Photoshop, because in Illustrator, you'll have to get into splicing and all that kind of crazy stuff.
Okay. Well, this is how far I've gotten. So this is my home page, and I did the layers.
This is actually your master page, because this is everything that would be on your master page.
Oh, okay.
So you're going to make a folder. On the bottom of your layers panel, click that folder icon and name that folder master. Now move all of your layers into that folder. And those top 2 layers need to go into that folder.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so now you can close that folder, and you're going to make a new folder, and you're going to call it home. And then you're going to make a new layer, and that's where you're going to start from. So now on your home page, what are you going to have on that page? The content area, meaning that white space between your logo and the footer.
Well, now that was another question that I had, because I'm thinking that maybe I shouldn't have done my creative brief the way that I did it, because now that I'm working on this, see, what I was going to do is create a website for my future business, but I don't have any pictures of what I've done.
How many classes have you taken so far?
I don't know. I've been taking them since May of last year.
Okay, so then you should have some work for some classes that you've already done, some classwork.
So, okay, but my creative brief has been completely written for me to do obituaries.
Yes, I remember reading that. That's your creative brief is based on your final goal, meaning the goal when you graduate, right? That's that's the way I took your creative brief. So for now, you're just kind of using stuff as placeholders. You're basically setting up the structure. As you go through school and you do stuff that pertains to your final goal, you will have this website.
Okay.
Meaning you can pull it up and switch stuff out so that by the time you graduate, you have a starting point on the website.
So you're saying that
I'm saying for the purpose of this class, just use the classwork you already have.
Okay. So do I need to redo my creative brief?
No. When I read your creative brief, I took it that you based that creative brief on your final goal, meaning when you graduate and you're ready to work on your own.
Oh, okay.
And you had a specific area you wanted to go in. I knew you weren't going to have the work for that.
Oh, okay. I didn't think that far ahead.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay. So, well, I haven't named anything then. Okay, so then on my services page, what do I do about that?
I can't remember what your wireframe looked like. I graded it already. I know that.
I have home, portfolio, services. The only child page I have is under portfolio. I have print design, which, I was going to put examples of the different works. And then the services was the next.
Yeah. Your services page would be kind of like where you list your services. But the reality is, I don't know if you necessarily need a services page.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, that after this.
So you could just delete your services page.
Okay.
And that's what I would do. I think at this point, I'm not sure that you actually need a services page.
Okay. So then just do an about me and a contact.
Yeah. And then if you've been watching the lectures, I've said on the portfolio page, if you've got child pages, then on the portfolio pages, you can actually do a list of services. Obituaries, logos, whatever you put on your services to be, you could do a bulleted list on that page, which will add text to that page for your SEO purposes.
Okay.
And also give the people, your viewers that are looking at the website, an idea of the kinds of things you do.
Okay. Now, another thing that I didn't understand is you had, in the lecture, you had a layer that just had a white background and you were switching back and forth.
Yeah, you had that layer too. It's just a habit on my end to leave that layer separate because it's the background and my websites are always white in the background, but it's okay if it's in your master folder. It's no big deal.
Okay. And so I need to create one folder for each page and then build off of that.
Yeah, once you get your content on your home page, that's when you will open up your layers comp. panel, and you will make a layer comp that says homepage.
Okay. I don't understand what the layer comp is for.
Right, so let's complete your homepage. What are you gonna have on this homepage?
Well, I was going to have a picture of, well, it was supposed to be a big flower, and then that's where I stopped, because if the only flower that I would have is to get it off of Google. So maybe I could just, I don't know what to do a picture of.
You could do an example of some of your work on your homepage.
Okay.
You do a lot of things on your homepage. Have you taken the typography class where you had to do a portrait, a typography portrait?
Yes.
Use that.
Okay. Okay, so I'll put that in the middle. And let's see, I have to look at my wireframe.
So you have a slideshow at the top. You have a slideshow at the top. So you're going to need a few things to go through there.
Well, I'll go through my work and I'll figure out what to put up there.
Yeah, you could even, if do you do any type of photography? Even if it's just amateur photography. Do you take pictures of like landscape or textures or anything like that?
I don't personally, but my daughter does. Can I?
Yeah.
Because it's original. Okay. Yes. Great.
Then you could do that on your homepage across there.
Okay. And then
once you do that, for your mock-up, you're not going to do that because you don't have a slideshow to put there. So the reality is you could draw me a box across there where your slideshow is going to be. Okay. And that would complete the mock-up of your homepage, because I'm going to know that's a slideshow. Therefore, that's why there's not a picture there.
Okay.
And then I'll show you how to make the layers comp, because that's the only thing on your homepage is that and some text underneath it. So you're going to have to do some fill text there.
Okay.
And then I'll show you how to build the layer comp in Photoshop. It's really simple. Once you've done it one time, it's pretty simple.
Well, I think I already built one. I think.
You're an illustrator.
Let's see, where's my Photoshop? Okay. If I built it, would it be on here?
You're gonna go up to Windows and you're gonna go to Layer Comp. And once you finish your home page, basically what you're going to do on that little box that popped up there is you're going to hit the little new, looks like the new layer icon. Once you finish the page and you've got everything on it, you're going to hit that icon and then you're going to name it home page.
Okay, and is it going to automatically?
And it will automatically make a layer comp that says home page.
Oh, okay. And
that means anything that's showing on your screen at the moment you do that becomes the home page. So then you're going to make a new folder and name it the next page and turn off the home page in your layers panel. You know how to turn layers on and off in Photoshop, right?
With the eye, right?
Yes, it's the little eye icon.
Okay.
So once you make the new folder, you just simply turn the home page eye off. Just the one for the folder that says home, because your master is on every single page.
Okay.
And then you make your new page and make a new layer comp, name it that page, and just keep going.
Okay. All right, well, I'm going to work on this, and then how long are you going to be here?
And we'll be here for about an hour, so about 30 more minutes. But I will be in the SSC tomorrow and Friday from 4 to 11 p.m. Mountain Time.
Okay. I'll work on this, and then I'll try to chime back in and have any questions.
Okay.
All right, thank you so much.
No problem.
Okay, oh, and I'll have to make one layer comp for every page, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right, bye-bye.
Sylvia, Brandy, how are you guys doing? Sylvia, share your screen with me. Let's see what we can do to improve it. This is your home page. Your home page is not boring, honey. I would do something with that black bar across the bottom of it. Where it says to view my art, please click the portfolio. Get rid of that black square behind it. And change that text to pink, like the top. There you go. Now go up to preview at the top. Click on preview. Far right hand side where it says plan design preview. There you go. That looks pretty good. I think you need to make Sylvia Rose bigger. And I think you need to move it down some.
Misty,
Yes.
on my Photoshop for my main page, I had my address and my phone number, and I just don't know, should I do that or not? Because I don't know if I should have my phone number and my email address.
Definitely no email address, because the spam spiders will pick that up very, very quickly, and you'll end up with
Yeah. So after you said that, I'm like, now what do I put there? So I don't know.
I think you can just make your name bigger.
Okay. So get out of it. How do I get preview?
Click back on design view.
Plan view or design view. Okay.
There you go.
And then I already made it a paragraph style. So how do I edit a paragraph style?
And we'll just override the paragraph style. Go to text at the top and just make your font bigger. You can keep your headings, it's the same size. On your home page, it'll just be slightly different. Now move it down so it's centered in it. There you go, like that. Now preview it again.
Well, let's align it real quick. There we go. Oh, there it goes.
Yeah, that looks much better.
And then my rose looks different for some reason. Like it has this white shadow, and I don't think it's supposed to have that. It's supposed to just be a drop shadow, not a white plus a drop.
That's the way you saved it in Photoshop, right?
Probably. It looks fine over here because
yeah, it looks fine over there because it doesn't have that white image around it. Go back to Photoshop and show me that rose.
But see, this was all my business card, and I saved it as an image. And then you said it was better to do text.
Right.
So that's why I went through and made it just the PNG.
Yeah, so where is that image at in Photoshop, where you made it just a PNG?
It's in my images.
Is it in your Photoshop file that you used to mock up, or no?
Oh, it even has more little white things.
Yeah, it needs to be cleaned up. So where's the original image of that?
That is a good question. I do not know. I could pull it into Photoshop. Yeah,
you might want to pull that into Photoshop and then clean it up and get rid of the white and even get rid of the drop shadow, because you can technically add that drop shadow in Muse.
So maybe
Now try your magic wand.
And then just
click on the white, yeah, and double click where it says index so that it'll allow you to delete the stuff because that layer's locked.
Oh.
No, it's not. Okay, go ahead. It's indexed. I see what's wrong with it. It's just because it's indexed.
Actually, I probably need the eraser for that other too. That's what, with updating, I don't know where everything is.
Yeah,
Eraser.
there it is. Yeah.
It's not letting me erase.
Oh, you got some stuff selected. Go to select, go to deselect. Now erase.
And then should I just try to erase the drop shadow?
Yeah, that's what I would do. And then I would add it in Muse.
See anything else?
You still got some white outline on the other side of the flower. See it there?
I'm gonna.
And down towards the bottom on the left there, around that blue petal, or on the bottom of that blue petal.
See that.
There you go, that looks better. Now go to file and go to save as.
Should I call it number 2 though, so that I don't
Yeah, you could call it number 2.
mess up all of the other ones that I've already placed as?
Right.
Okay. And it's gonna save it in my images folder. Okay, save. Okay. And then go back to Muse, back to the design, and delete that rows. And let's put it back in. Still white right there. And then do the shadow on the effects again.
Yes.
It looks better.
Yes.
Let's preview it. Let's preview it. Not sure I like that.
You could turn down that distance some. The distance is set to 8. Maybe turn that distance down to like 5. Go up and click on effect again. Turn the distance down to like 5. Now, preview.
Leave it.
I think your blur is, turn the opacity down on your blur just a little bit. Go back to effect. See where it says opacity 50? Turn it to 45. Now hit preview.
I'm just going to have to go into Photoshop and clean it up even more, I think.
Yeah, I think so, because you're getting a really dark shadow right around the edge where that dark shadow is still there in Photoshop.
Yeah, I'll have to blow it up even more and just really clean it up. All right, well, I can work on that. But you like it though, huh?
Yes, I think your homepage looks great.
Okay. I'll try to be happy with it then. I'm a perfectionist. What can I say?
I hear you. And the other thing I might change is go back to the design view. Click on your gradient background behind your rows.
Okay.
Go up to the top where it says resize. Over on the right, underneath design. See where it says resize right there below your cursor? Click that drop down. Oh, click the drop down next to resize. Right there. And do responsive width and height instead of stretch to browser. Do the same thing for your the piece in your footer. Oh, you may have to do that on your master pages.
Yeah, I don't have to do that on my master. And then I'll have to go back and do it on all my other pages too.
Do it on resize. Do responsive width and height.
I'll have to do it. See, I have it on all three.
Oh, let's look at it on your home page and see if you like it like that. But I think it's going to make it look a little better. But go ahead and open your home page and then hit preview. And you'll see what the difference is. Instead of stretching and making it look like your website is like wider than it actually is, it kind of creates those clean lines on each side.
Okay. So
you have to figure out whether or not you like it like that or not. I think it looks better like that, but that's more of a personal preference on my end.
Yeah, and then it ends right where this ends and where my flower goes. I like it better. Right. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'll go back and fix it on those. Thank you.
Okay.
Stop sharing.
Okay, Brady, are you doing good, or do you have some more questions or want me to look at anything? All right, ladies. Well, if you're both good, we'll go ahead and call it an evening. And I'll be in the Student Success Center tomorrow if you guys need help. Another question? Okay, Sylvia, share your screen.
Well, it's just a verbal question I can ask you. So if I have my business card, just the image, and it's a picture, will it steal my phone number and email address from that?
No. If it's just a picture, it won't be able to gather your email address from that.
If it's typed, it's not okay, but if it's a picture, it's okay.
Yes.
All right. Thanks.
No problem. Okay, ladies. Well, if you both are good, then we will call it an evening, and I'll be in the SSC. If you or anybody else needs help tomorrow from 4 to 11, I'll also be there on Friday from 4 to 11. You're welcome. See you guys next week or in the SSC.